Now, here's Chief Meteorologist Tony Petrarca with your live Pinpoint Doppler 12 Futurecast.
Well, the National Weather Service has come out with new river gauge numbers for the Patuxent River. And while there is still a flood warning for that river, the flooding is anticipated to be minor. But heavier rain is working in right now, tracking in a live Pinpoint Doppler 12 radar. This is in conjunction with the storm system now intensifying and making its closest pass here in southern New England overnight through early tomorrow morning. But this band of yellow, green, and orange passing through our southern suburbs right now, some pretty heavy rain. Even the rumble of thunder. In fact, there's a flash flood warning until 12:45 a.m. in and around the New Bedford area for some street flooding. This tends to be brief. You get a real heavy downpour for about an hour. The street may go up a little bit and then start to recede very quickly once the rain pulls away. But you can see the coverage is very widespread compared to what we had several hours ago. As far as the Patuxent River, of course, no stranger to some pretty historic flooding. Now, we're forecasting a flood on the order of 1 to 2 feet above flood stage. In fact, you can probably get rid of that 2 feet and just talk about perhaps a foot above flood stage over the next couple of days. Now, of course, anytime there's river flooding, there's always comparisons to the historic 2010 flood. And this is by no means, this situation right now, in the same league or even remotely close as 2010, where we're talking about water that was 12 feet above flood stage for the Patuxent River. So minor, and this is historic, and we don't see any history repeating itself, fortunately. And here are the brand new numbers. I just typed these in, coming in from the National Weather Service. Flood stage on the Patuxent River is always 9 feet. At last check, it is 9.2, so it's just barely above flood stage, going up to about 9.5 feet overnight through tomorrow, and that is considered minor flooding. Should the rain be a little heavier, it could come close to 10 feet, and that's still considered minor flooding for that river. So the flood watch continues as the rivers and streams rise. The good news in all of this stormy weather is that things will dry out just in time for Father's Day weekend. Some moderate to heavy rain in downtown Providence, windy and raw. Temperatures only in the mid-50s. Certainly doesn't feel like late spring, almost summer. Most spots now in the 50s. It'll stay in the 50s all night long as we widen out the view. Storm system intensifying just to our south near Long Island, New York, taking with it the shield of heavy rain passing through right now. So the heaviest of the rain is now through about 6 o'clock in the morning, and this will be a progressive storm. In other words, it'll continue to move and pull away by tomorrow evening and tomorrow night. It will not stall. Good news as far as the rivers, and even better news in terms of the weekend. All right, Futurecast starts off at 11 o'clock this evening. Widespread rain continues, heavy at times through 3 o'clock in the morning. Early risers, say 5, 6, 7 o'clock in the morning. Widespread rain and wind continuing. But notice how the bulk of it pulls away by 11 a.m., though it's still cloudy. We may see a spot shower during the afternoon, but once we get into the afternoon hours, it's a drier scenario. As far as any clearing, well, look, 5 o'clock, some partial clearing in our northwestern suburbs, and certainly by tomorrow evening, tomorrow night, the weather will be better with clearing skies and drier air moving through, setting up for a decent weekend. So for this evening and overnight, widespread rain, the rumble of thunder, heavy at times, temperatures mid-50s. Rain, heavy early in the morning, temperature at 63. It'll be windy as well. It's not as wet. It's a little better tomorrow afternoon, though not perfect. It's cool in the upper 60s. Any clearing would be partial and not until very late in the day. I wouldn't rule out a spot shower tomorrow afternoon, though the bulk of the rain clearly would be during the morning hours. You see those cool temperatures for Friday. Look at this weekend. Beautiful, both Saturday and Sunday with sunshine and a lot warmer, upper 70s to low 80s. A few more scattered showers by early next week, but looking at the most rain early in the morning at 59. By 3 o'clock in the afternoon, mostly cloudy, just a spot shower and nothing more than that. Father's Day weekend looking good, especially Sunday with temperatures upper 70s to around 80. Perhaps a golf game for Dad. Weather should be A-OK. We'll bring back some scattered showers both Monday and Tuesday of next week. Wouldn't call this all-day rain, just kind of hit and miss summer showers, warm and humid with temperatures in the upper 70s to lower 80s. I'm just spilling things all over the place here.
You're busy.
I'm busy. So, you know, the good news, if there's any, is that we're not talking about any kind of a severe or historic flooding, but at least minor flooding next couple of days on some of these rivers.
All right. Thanks, Tony. Coming up next.